I want to talk to you guys about something that you should never, ever, 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 ever do. And before I get into it, I want to say like how important this is to kind of grasp and realize, because everyone, including you and I, we all have something that we're kind of striving for. Whether we realize it or not, we're kind of shooting for something here. And the thing that you should never do, and wait till I explain why, and also how, and like why it's so bad if you do this, okay? So the thing that you never ever want to do is delay your evolution. So what do I mean by that? I'm gonna explain now. So for me, I'll give you some examples before I get really deep into it, okay? So for me, I delayed my evolution because I knew that I wanted to start a YouTube channel years ago. I had written it in my notes. I knew it. I knew I wanted to do that. Why did it take me so long? Why did I delay my evolution towards creating a YouTube channel? We're going to talk about that in a second. And then also going to Tony Robbins seminar. I've been thinking about doing that for 3-4 years probably. It took me so long to finally make the decision to go to the seminar, even though I knew it was something that I was going to do for a really, really long time, okay? Same thing with public speaking courses. I knew that I had this fear of public speaking and I was gonna take these courses, but I delayed my evolution. So the reason why you never want to do this, everyone that's watching this video has something in their mind that they wanna do, but some fear is holding them back, or some belief that they feel like they can't do it, or they can just do it later, some bullshit excuses that you're making up to yourself, some stories that you're telling yourself. It's all a load of fucking bullshit, trust me. So, and the reason why you don't want to delay your evolution is because when you do it, you're delaying all this joy that comes with doing the things you know you were meant to do. That in itself is so huge. You need to attack these things that you know you're gonna do eventually anyways. You need to do it right now. You need to do those things immediately. And it's so important because some people, they think it's not important, but when you think delaying your evolution is not important, what's gonna happen is you're just gonna tread along life. You're just gonna kind of like be floating, and like nothing major is gonna happen. You're never gonna make any huge breakthroughs in your life, no huge changes. And if you're happy and content with living a very average life, then you can go and do that. But I know for some people watching this video, that's not true. And when you're watching this, you might feel something in your body. You might feel like chills in your body. You're like, if you do feel that, if you feel something when I'm saying these words, and when you're watching me right now talk about this topic, then you know it's inside you. It's deep inside you. The greatness is deep inside you. You were meant to do something more with your life than what you're doing right now. And you know that's inside you. You need to let that out, and you need to find what it is. How have you been delaying your evolution? What do you have to do in order to get your life back on track so it can go upwards? Not this way where you're kind of just mulling along, just very content. And if you're happy and content with where you're at and you don't really care to strive for more, and you're kind of okay, then that's totally fine as well. That is totally fine as well. As long as you're truly happy with that and you're content with that and you don't complain that you don't have more, you're not upset at yourself for not being more, then that's totally fine. But there is a certain percentage of people that will watch this and they're wanting more out of life. You know there's something more out there for you. You know what you have to do to get there too. You know some of the steps you have to take. You've just been delaying it. This is the video for you to kind of wake up and say, I'm not gonna delay this anymore. I'm gonna fully commit and really see where this takes me. I'm going to fully commit to this 100%. I'm going to fully commit. And it's so important. I use the words fully commit because those words are so important. Because a lot of times what we do is we half-assedly commit because we're scared of kind of failing. Some of us are scared of fully committing and then failing because then they view themselves as like the ultimate failure. You'll label yourself because you're like, what if I go balls deep? What if I give it my all and then I still fail? For some people, that's the ultimate failure, and I want to challenge that way of thinking because I think it's completely untrue and it's a load of bullshit. How would you know how far you can go if you've never fully committed and gave it 110% of yourself? How would you know? How would you live with yourself if you knew that you weren't committing 110%? Even if you fail, you can pat yourself on the back and be like, you know what? I gave it my all. I did everything in my power and I failed. And now I can either adjust, I can pivot, I can get better and continue adjusting and turn that failure into a success. Or I can see that maybe what I was doing is not something that is for me and maybe I can go do something else. But either way, you have to find out. And in order to find out, you have to fully commit yourself, fully immerse yourself, fully dive in, and don't ever delay your evolution or put it on the back burner or forget about it. Keep it in the forefront of your mind and attack it every single day and do everything in your power. Everything in your power to progress with your evolution and make sure that you're on the right path. And I'll tell you, just the progression alone, just the decision alone, just when you decide that you're going to change your life and you're going to do those things that you've been putting on the back burner, do those things that you've been saying you're going to do for years. For years you've been saying you're going to do those things that you know you should be doing to advance your career, to advance your life, to progress. Once you start and you make that decision, it's just a decision. Once you decide, you're already going to feel so much better. Some of you might be thinking, well, it's going to take too long. But you don't have to wait till the end of it. You're going to feel better as soon as you decide. The second you decide, you're already going to be feeling better and you're already going to be on the right path to evolving into your new self. So let me know in the comments. Let me know. And you know what? Once you make it public and you tell other people about your commitments, I use the word commitment again, then you're more likely to do it because now you're held publicly accountable, not only accountable to yourself. Sometimes you're only accountable to yourself, and some people feel okay with letting themselves down. But if they let other people down, like other people asking you, like, hey, did you follow through with what you said you were going to do? Did you follow through with that? What did you do? Like, did you do that or did you not? And that's going to force you to kind of really get off your ass and start making things happen. So if you're having trouble making things happen, tell other people about your goals. Tell other people about what your plans are so that they can hold you accountable every month. They're like, hey, like, did you do what you said you were going to do? So let me know if you guys, whatever your challenges may be or whatever else, I may be able to help. Let me know in the comment section down below. And good luck to everyone.